Alrighty, everybody, I just wanted to show you guys, we have a new turtle. We have an African side neck turtle. She is a brown and tan, and not just your black and gray, the standard ones. But today, that's the red ear slider sitting right there. We call him Ted. And then this one here, sorry about the glare of my phone. This one here is Mr. Turtle. He was the first one. He is a Western painted turtle. Actually, PetSmart sold us this turtle and told us it was a red ear slider. And come to find out, it's not even close to what a red ear slider is. Here in a second, I'll pull each turtle out and I'll show you guys what they look like. But then we have random spots of goldfish. We do have two new guys to the tank here. These two Oscars. There we go. These are the red striped, the red Oscar. So these ones here have the little circles in their back tail, which is very beautiful if they would show it. You don't really get a good shot of it. It is feeding time, and I was adding in the last of the freeze-dried mealworms, so the tank is looking a little bit dirty, but it's not. The fish will end up cleaning it up. It's just after feeding, it's always full of floaties and junk, and as you can see, there's a bunch of food right up in here. So, but anyways, let's give you an up-top shot. As some of you maybe have seen my videos prior to this, this is my turtle tank setup. It's a 55 gallon with a 20 gallon. It has half glass on this side here, and we ended up just kind of taking a hammer and busting the glass out, and ended up using just bread ties, and this float here works really good. I hold it up for feeding time just because it allows the food to spread through the whole entire tank instead of just in this little area here. So it just allows for the food to go all the way down. And anyways, here's Mr. Red Ear Slider. We just ended up finding out that he has a form of turtle shell issues, so we have to address that. Which, as you can see, there's this little calcium guy down here on the bottom. Oh yeah, we also got some snails today too. The lighting isn't the best on the very bottom of the tank. But yeah, there's the painter. And the Oscars. A bunch of goldfish, and the bigger goldfish are all little feeders that started out like these guys here. And then they ended up just kind of maturing through as, you know, one or two live out of, 3 or 4 dozen. Just due to turtles eating them, and, well, they're feeder fish. They don't not intended to live for too long. But yeah, right down here is Ted. A red ear slider. Can't see him very good with this lighting here. This is the African side neck that we just purchased from PetSmart. It is a she. She has a very, very short tail. It's pretty much no tail. That's how you can tell if your turtle's a male or female by most general species. She also has this really cool underbelly. Just look at that. Just beautiful. Just nice looking shell all around. No spots, no specks. It does have little ridges here and there on it, but for a turtle, that's going to end up being 18 inches in width, which is, going to need to be just huge. She's right now maybe 3-4 inches, and she is a little feisty. Look at that big old head on her. She's probably the easiest one to get out right now. just due to feeding time. She's on the top, and she generally, I've noticed, likes to hide out on the top. But as you can see, today we have, there's a way for the light to shine through, our thermometer up through here. And the old tank we just took out the side. And turtle food feeds everybody. That's the key thing behind building this tank. It was that the food that we give the turtle ends up feeding everything that's in it. And this food will actually float around for a few hours. Good number of hours, and the turtles will peck at it, the fish will peck at it. So, just thought I'd show you guys my tank and a little bit more work that we have done with it. Eventually there's going to be plexiglass that covers all of this area here. I'm going to end up making a one of those 3-layered carts. I'm going to end up making a power filter system through that, or a 5-gallon power system. I haven't decided on that yet, but for now it's just a tank. I'm going to put up plexiglass here and box it in, and we're going to end up keeping live crickets inside on the far end, just due to the fact that's the lowest temperature of the entire tank, and there is no heat lamp on that end at all, so we will definitely be able to keep crickets. And if we need to, we can make it a little bit darker over there, give them a little bit more of a crickety kind of habitat. But yeah, that's our tank, and if anybody's kind of curious as to what we feed our turtles, this is what we feed our turtles. This one here, don't even waste your time buying. I'm going to flip it over. This is the only one that I really actually like, and this is a pretty common turtle one. We started with it, and it worked great when the turtles were smaller because of their linear, and you can actually just break them off. And then, like I said, we use freeze-dried mealworms, red shrimp, and then freeze-dried crickets. And for the plecos, we give them at nighttime the bottom feeder discs. And we do have goldfish, but with all the food that is floating in the tank, we really do not have a need for feeding goldfish, because just look at it, it is just crazy. A lot of food in there. If anyone ever tells you turtles are a cheap, easy hobby, do not let them lie to you. I have spent several $1,000s in turtles just as trying to do the aquarium style. Now if you want to do turtles in the cheap manner, you can also do like the big Rubbermaid 100-gallon tub. Those are like $60-70, or you can buy a 55-gallon for less money than that. And then just any standard 10-gallon, or my preferred would have probably been a 10-gallon, just so it would have actually lined up on the end here and I had an overhang. But due to this little thing, we kind of needed this little structural piece here just to hold it up just a little bit, so it doesn't just go in the water, because it will do that. It's pretty heavy. It is a floating one. Oh, as you can see, I'll show you where the side neck likes to hide out. She likes to hide out underneath the power filters. Now this one here is a Marineland power filter. It produces 350 gallons of water per hour. This one here is a Aquatech or something like that. It's a Walmart brand. Due to the fact it's on the end of the tank, and there was no room on this end of the tank, I had to take and do some modifications, as you can maybe see here. Let me get some light for you. I had to kind of modify it because part of the thing doesn't even fit. So I like to be cheap and do things efficiently. So I just cut one that was the same size as this big old Marineland, and I just cut it and made it work. Make do with what you got. These turtle things get expensive, and having this topper on it does make it a little bit of a challenge, but I tell you what, it makes for a nice basking area. Alright, well, everybody, thank you guys for watching, and enjoy. That was our turtle tank.